morning, everyone. I know you can't see me yet, but you will be able to in just a second. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, there's my face. Good morning. Welcome to the show. It's Friday, and I'm celebrating 1,300 subs, even though I don't have a guest here. I was going to have a guest, but then he had to back out the last minute. So, sometimes it just happens that way. But I'm here, and you're here, and I'm sure more people will show up in the chat. It's an open mic day. You're going to see let's see, let me see if I can find the link. I put the link in the cloud bot. It should show up in the chat. Maybe I should pin it to the top too. But anyway, happy Friday on the Morning Night Live. We're recovering from, in fact, here's the melted ice from what's left for my second drink last night. I only had 2. But from that thing that happened last night, oh boy, the January 6 people. Am I in the way? It's oh, that background's got to go. Anyway, so we're just going to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and I might pull an article here and there, but I didn't pull anything up because I just want to chat with you today. Celebrating 1,300 subs, which is great. On the way to 10,000. It is Project 10,000. And hopefully by my 1,000th episode, we'll be there. So planning on bringing in a lot of different people to help me with that. And but today, like I said, it's just a day where we're going to chill. We're going to talk about whatever you put up in the chat. If you want to jump in, the link will be in is the cloud bot even on? Yes, it is. So you should see the link there. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put the link. Let me go pop the link into the chat too right now, just so it'll be linked at the top. If you want to come on open mic again, there's nothing planned today. There's the open mic link right there. And I will pin that to the top so you don't have to wait for the cloud bot to come through. As usual, it's I'd like you to hit the like button at some point during the show, and if you don't mind, and also share the stream. You can donate to the stream at pdognight.live or YouTube super chats. That'll show up in the chat every once in a while. But that's what we're doing today. I have no plan. I might pull up articles. I'll pull a couple articles out of Discord or out of Twitter if I can. I'll see what's trending and just see excuse me, what you all want to talk about. So that's what it is. It looks like we want to talk about Liz Cheney today. Okay, I see that. I'm sure I can find something talking about her. I didn't even shave. I literally got home 15 minutes ago. I didn't have time to set anything up other than make a thumbnail and get my ass on the screen. So, it is what it is. So whatever you want to talk about, that's what we're going to do. I shall play the intro. Johnny, wait, where is it? There it is. I forgot I'm using StreamYards. Play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I am your host, Marty, also known as P Dog Night on the internet. Welcome back to the P Dog Night channel, where we just we're going to talk about some random stuff today, whatever you want to talk about. It's the 1300. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's the 840th episode of the show, but it is the 1300 sub special. In fact, let's get the official count here. Let's see. What is I don't even know what the official, I think it's 1305 right now. What the hell's going on here? Looks like we got our first, I got to go on the right page here. Hang on. Where is it? Alert box? No, that's not what I want. No, I want the, there's 10 page. Oh gosh, I can't even find what I'm looking for here. Let's see. Let's go to, I know you're there. Somebody put something there and I can't find, they changed this whole thing around. What the hell? I'll just go down the whole, it's not that, it's not that, it's not Custom tip page. Is this it? Okay, not monthly. No. My God. There we go. Thank you. That looks like today's Black Hebrew Israelite. Thank you for sponsoring the show. And I got to turn these comments on so I can see these. God damn. First sponsor of the day. Oh, what the hell? That's missing. Everything's wrong. I haven't even said hi to everybody, and I got stuff going wrong here. Good Lord. Fix you myself. Damn spot. Anyway, we'll go real quick and say good morning, everybody. Then I see that we have our first sponsor today. We'll get to that in just a second. Why isn't these? It's just because this doesn't keep them in order. This is a pain in the ass. Holy shit! All right. Anyway, let's get this ball rolling. First in the chat today, I believe, was our friend Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Yay! Good morning. Also, good morning, Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
And also, Somnambule Nation, Ty Alexander, Rotten Corpse, Sepsis Wolf, Don Julio, Gulf City Biker and Trash Man, Simon Wolf, Wood. Let's do it again. DI Freighter Watcher, CNN Sucks, the most redundant name on the internet. Rock Hopper, another friend from down under. Also, good morning. My missing Mike Savage, Blarg, Dragon Mage is in the house. Nice to see you back. ZZA. My favorite Canadian Jaeger ponies here. Select a boy. Yeah, boy. Also, that looks like about everybody, isn't it? I'm sure. Sepsis Wolf's here. Did I say that already? Keenan's in the house. Keenan, what's up? Keenan's back. Nice to have you here. All right. So, like I said, it's open bike day. The link's up at the top. I see Rotten Corpses in the green room. But let me do one thing real quick. We do have our first sponsor of the day. That would be Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
And you are the Streamlab Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, sir. Who says, did P-Dog pull a Wayne Brady last night and called the chairman of the January 6th committee a nigga?
That's right.
He got his black card back. That's right.
That's right.
Look, my black card is used sparingly. Okay, I try to use it sparingly, and it's very rare when I throw one of those out, and I kind of did, but I wasn't talking. I don't think it was. Was it Benny Thompson? I said it to, did I? I think it was one of the witness, not the woman who. It wasn't the woman who. It was an officer, because I'm trying to be respectful of the officers, even though some of the things they say aren't exactly accurate. But I think it was the other witness, the guy who was filming stuff, and I was just like, oh man, I finally just went, nigga, please. Which is, I almost never say that, and oh boy, it came out. I was like, damn. I can't believe I said that. Anyway, so we'll talk whatever you want to talk about there. I see a lot of people talk about Liz Cheney. Calling now, Liz Cheney will become the Secretary of Agriculture for the Harris administration. Oh, you mean in February? Anyway, all right. So whatever you want to talk about, put it in the chat. Jump in the link up there. You can go. It's open mic day. Good morning, Ebony Williams. How you doing, my friend? And I'll probably highlight some of your chats today since I'm using StreamYards. But since I have someone in the green room, let's bring in our friend in the green room. Good morning, Rotten Corpse. What's up, man?
Oh, not so much. I thought I'd jump in real quick to congratulate you on the 1,300 subscribers.
Well,
congrats,
thank you very much. I appreciate that. What's on your mind today? You were here last night, right?
I was not.
Well, I thought you were watching last night.
No, typically anything around that, I'm barely waking up, or at least I would be, since I switched to second shift starting Monday of next week. So
I gotcha.
I get to stay up now today because normally I'm on third. So I'm like almost 2 hours into it from the replay, watching it 2 times speed because half the trash out of the Democrats and the supposed two Republicans that are on there is predominantly bullcrap.
Well, they say it's bipartisan, but it's one mindset, one singular mindset of those two Republicans have the exact same mindset as every Democrat on that committee. Did you watch it just straight alone, or did you watch it on someone's channel?
Oh, I'm going over on yours and that whole thing. Otherwise, like watching the actual event of it, I found no reason to, just because they don't do very well on a lot of this stuff.
So after I did that, I didn't go on. I was watching Ranty Monkey afterwards. And then this morning I watched Rakita watch it, and he was on fire. I was like, damn, sometimes some of the things, because he was getting into all the legal stuff, and I was like, damn. But I got to show you one funny picture. I'm gonna put this on the screen as soon as I figure out I got to share screen. There we go.
Yeah, I started to watch Monkey's thing of it. Unfortunately, with where I work, I don't get to listen to anything other than the machines or my own thoughts.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Sometimes if you're in a place with a machine, you got to pay attention, right? I thought this was a funny headline in one of my favorite, my go-to news aggregator, Ace of Spades, on the Morning Report. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Just you got to send him to jail, Joey. I found great humor in that this morning. Anyway, so what's on your mind today? What is your contribution to society this morning?
Oh, I don't even really have one. I tried to take a nap, and that nap didn't really want to take me.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man, and I appreciate the congrats. It's kind of fun. Hopefully, I'll have. I gotta find a way to have one of those viral moments where all of a sudden like 20,000 people jump into my channel, but I'll figure it out.
I know what you mean, but you're at least ahead of me. Like, I would like to start doing this, but anytime I lose the passion of, or have the passion of, a subject to even talk about, I'm usually at work to where I can't do anything but bitch to myself.
Oh, that's where I do all my best thinking, though. Because I have one of those jobs too, where although the only thing is, I can listen to things and watch things while I'm working, more listen to. But so I do spend a lot of time listening to a lot of other content while I'm working. But some of my best ideas are just like when I'm working, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't write this down because my hands are busy,
Yeah. Well, that's why I brought up, like, that's where the issue is. By the time I get done with work, I've lost any passion. I'm worn out, and I just want to typically either go to the gym or go home and usually like grab some food and go to bed.
Yeah, I hear you. So, all right, man. Well, you got any big plans for the weekend?
Well, since I'll actually be up for the weekend because I've never changed my schedule, it's probably just going to be go to the range and maybe go get something to eat and actually sit down in a restaurant.
Okay. When you say range, that could be a driving range, that could be a gun range, that could be the home on the range. What range are we talking about here?
The gun range.
Oh, nice. What do you usually shoot when you're on the gun range?
I usually try to take one of my rotating carry pieces to make sure I'm staying proficient for the most part. Otherwise, it's usually taking one of the little 22s I have, because they're always just really fun. I picked up a while ago a little Heritage Rough Rider Rancher, so it's a 6-shot single action rifle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
not a lever.
No, it's basically like they took a single action pistol and then gave it a buttstock and a 16-inch barrel.
Oh wow, okay. That's a lot. I mean, I don't know a lot about guns, but I do know what you're talking about there. I only own one gun. Okay, and it's an antique, basically, an 1873 Springfield 4570 trapdoor.
This would have been available. Well, the originals of it probably around pretty close to time, because they also made the revolving black powder variants of them.
Oh, okay. It's not a revolver, is it?
It actually is a revolver.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Oh,
it's
cool.
One of the few revolver rifles, but it's only a single action.
Oh, you know what? I think I've even seen those. I know, and yeah, it has that little wheel in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's
It's
wild.
like, don't get me wrong, lever guns are fun, but I picked that thing up on a whim for barely over $300, and it's a super fun gun to shoot. It sucks that it's only 6 shots.
Yeah, but you can knock off 6 shots pretty quick with that compared to a lever.
Oh no, the lever's going to be faster.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
just
don't
because of the way it is, you have better stability and everything.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's pretty fun.
Huh. All right. Well, cool. Well, have fun at the range, and hopefully you get proper sleep and proper ample activity time.
I'll get something.
All right. Cool. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thanks for having an open mic night, and again, congrats on 300 subscribers, and I'll be back in the chat.
Thank you very much.
Later.
Adios. All right, cool. Thank you, Rotten Corpse, for jumping on. I appreciate it. If anyone else wants to jump on, the link's at the top of the chat there. It also pops up in the stream or in the chat every once in a while. Or you can just type things in the chat. Because I said, I am pretty much at your whim today. I am going to open this Discord server, though, because I know Gunfox said there's a lot of news in there that could put me over the edge. So we'll see what's happening there. Good morning, Richo, by the way, and James Colley, my friend from down under, and my nemesis. Okay, you're not my nemesis, James. You're just funny. You always crack me up. So let's see. Anything else in the chat here? I don't blame you. Oh, don't blame me for what, Selected Boy? I'm not sure what for. I suppose I could scroll up here. Temps are up. Nice wind speed is up. Not bad. Got coffee and food, so things are looking up. Yes, I also have my coffee. Calling it now. Oh, I already read that one. Calling it now. Liz Cheney will become secretary of something under. Let's see. I'm going to highlight that one. Where is that? It's Ty Alexander had it. Where the hell is it? There it is. Does anyone else doubt this? Secretary of Agriculture, though, that's interesting. She's from Wyoming. I suppose, yeah, Wyoming's I would maybe agriculture or maybe no, she won't be Secretary of the Interior because she'll keep Deb Hovland just for virtue signaling purposes. But anyway, okay, look, we do have another guest in the green room. I see James Colley's there. I don't blame you for saying please be dog. Yes, I did. That was I can't remember the last time that came out of my mouth. Anyway, let's say good morning to our friend James Colley.
Good morning.
Wow, is that me? Oh, you got to turn your mic. You got to turn me down.
Oh, I got to turn you down?
Yeah, because I can hear myself talking to you.
Oh, shit.
It's kind of fun, though. Echo, 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 echo.
Okay.
Hey, there it is. No, you did.
Sorry, OBS is. You go from one selection to another, and it's just a pain in the backside.
Well,
is that any better?
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
What's happening, my friend?
Not a whole heck of a lot. Congratulations on the 1,300.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very happy about that, and hopefully I'll do a 1,400 show in the next month or sooner than that even. So we'll see. What's going on?
Oh,
I know you got something. You always have something.
Oh, I generally have something. I just didn't have much today. I just wanted to congratulate you and everything that you do, and thank you so much for all your entertainment.
Well, thank you.
I'm being very humble and heartfelt today.
You're being super sweet.
I know.
I like it.
I'll kick a small child later just to offset this.
Okay. Well, here, answer Simon Wolfwood's question. Is Liz from Wyoming, or did she carpetbag like Hillary did with New York?
I'm sure that's what it was. Well,
no. Oh, see, I thought you would know this answer. No, she is from Wyoming. Isn't that where Dick Cheney was the senator from?
No.
And then she
he was Arizona.
Was he?
No. I'm thinking
here, let's look it up. Dick.
Not Cheney. I wasn't thinking Cheney. I was thinking, oh,
Dick
what's his face?
Richard Bruce Cheney is an American politician and businessman who served in the 46th President of the United States, blah, blah, blah. Often cited Cheney. What? Oh, Cheney cited as often the most powerful vice president in history. This is Wikipedia. Let's see. Oh, he was born in Lincoln, Nebraska, grew up there, and later in Casper, Wyoming. He attended Yale, but yeah, he went back to Wyoming. He got his master's at University of Wyoming and stayed there. So yeah, he was a yes, he was congressman for Wyoming. So there you go. All right. So did you watch last night?
No, I didn't watch
the Dawg and Pwny Show?
I made it a point not to watch.
You know, I'm finding there's a lot of people who feel that way.
I mean, all it was a Dawg and Pwny Show that say how bad the Republicans are, and look, if you vote for them, you're going to end up with more of this.
Well, no. They are trying to relitigate the impeachment case, and what they're doing, this last one. And so basically they quote mined a whole bunch of different people and then put it together in a production to present to the American people. So whoever they hired from ABC News, the old ABC producer, they did a pretty good job of making it a real one-sided thing. And because nobody on the committee has pushed back on any of the, or at least given any alternate information, it if you don't know jack about this, then there is I'm echoing again. You turn your volume down on your YouTube one. That's what it is.
Is that better?
Yep. Nope. Do you have a YouTube window open?
I do, but I muted it.
You did. Oh, well, I don't know where that's coming from. What is it?
I think this is the sound coming out of my speaker.
Oh, because you don't have headphones on. That's what it is. Okay, that's not so bad. It's a lot less. Anyway, so they're basically piecing it together like a Michael Moore movie, basically. Just all the worst things that they can possibly pull out of it. And they're using, like, when they had this montage of what was happening that day, they started with this video of a montage. They were putting pieces together, but they weren't even necessarily in chronological order. So they would take something Trump said, like one thing, for example, here's something Liz Cheney did. So Donald Trump tweeted this thing about how we love you and this and that. And at the end it said, go home in peace, and, go home. She read it up to the point, except for the go home line. You can see the tweet on the screen, but she only read the we love you and blah, blah, blah. And that was it. And then they claimed to say that was him endorsing what they were doing. So it was like I said, it was like a Michael Moore movie. You just take a lot of different things that if you put them in this chronological order, it says something that isn't necessarily what was happening. And then what they also did was kind of like they made it seem like you don't have a right to ever question election. Well, the chairman of the committee is someone who has questioned election before. So that's, it's not that I agree with what they were doing, but the fact that they are allowed to do it is pretty sacrosanct in our legal system. So it was crap. So anyway, but more about what you think. What would you like to talk about today?
But okay, so that whole thing was basically
it was a Dawg and Pwny Show. It literally was a Dawg and Pwny Show.
Yeah.
It was a kangaroo court. It'd be like a trial of a
Johnny Depp.
Oh no, not that good. It was like, if let's say, okay, let's use an example they can relate to. Let's say this was in Russia and Vladimir Putin was running against somebody for president, and suddenly, all of a sudden, that person running for president would be arrested on some charges that he did something really heinous, and then they would have a court where all of a sudden all the evidence of what he did as heinous was presented, but there was no defense because, well, this is Russia, right? So,
Exactly.
it was more like a donkey and pony show. That's funny. Avocados Diabli. Got it. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I need to have my hand on the trigger more fast. So anyway, it was bullshit. By the way, speaking of which, that avatar, I just noticed, speaking of donkeys.
Yeah.
What does that say?
It's at
Something
if
you
you
don't.
don't get any tonight, here's a little ass. And I figure since I'm a little ass.
Well, and it's not going to lick itself, so there you go.
There you go.
All right, man. Got any plans for the weekend?
No, I got myself suspended at work.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
How do you get your how? I don't know what you do, so I don't know how do you get yourself suspended at work?
Well, what you do is you piss off the 80-year-old manager.
Okay.
And you piss him off real good.
Okay.
And then you go to HR about it. And then later that day, you end up suspended.
Huh. So you very successfully pissed off the manager.
Oh, I don't think I just pissed off the manager. I think I pissed off HR too.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope
They don't like the word formal complaint,
mm.
and they ignored a medical condition.
Oh, so could this become something a little more involved?
Oh, this is probably going to become a little more litigious.
That's okay. Well, I wish you success on that.
Well, thank you. I don't think it'll go anywhere, but
you don't have to think about that this weekend, though, do you? Can you do something while you're waiting?
Well, I'm just going to fill out more applications because I know what's going to happen come Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you get that straightened out. Tyre says, so you work for the federal government, eh? Well, no, it's almost impossible to get fired from the federal government.
Oh, yeah. Well, even the state, it's hard to get fired from.
Right. Any government job, it's really hard to get.
Fired from. When you got a federal job, even a state federal job, it is so much fun. All you have to do is show up and pretend to work. And it's cash money.
Well, there you go.
Now, when you outside, they want results, but once a state job, all you got to do is breathe and show up.
Well, yeah, true. All right, man. Well, I hope things go well for you, and hopefully Monday won't be as bad as you think, but just keep your head up,
All
right, brother. Well, thanks for joining me.
Take care.
Have a good weekend. No, bye. Yeah. So, as you know, as you figured out, it is an open mic Friday. We're just going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. DI Freighter Watchers in the green room, who I'll bring her in a moment. And we're celebrating 1,300 subs today. But let me say good morning to a couple people who showed up just a few minutes ago. Good morning, Aaron Meredith. How you doing? Tarai Deos is back in the house. Nice to see you. And somebody, Pale Rider, were you here earlier? I don't know if I said hi or not, but I'm saying hi now. Zombie Teddy's in the house. And I think that's everybody. I think I'm getting caught up. So anyway. Anyways, all right. So if you want to participate in Open Mic Day, there's a link at the top of the chat. It also pops up every once in a while in there. Also, just reminders, share the stream, hit the like button if you haven't already. There's 20 people with 19 likes. It looks like we're doing okay. Tyler F's in the house. Good morning. And now I want to bring on our friend, DI Freighter Watcher. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
I can't hear you. You've got muted. You've got me muted or something.
You muted? No, I don't.
I can't hear you, P-Dog.
Okay, hang on. That's not me then. Hang on. I don't know how. Can the audience, can you hear me? Nope, I'm not muted. Huh.
I don't know. I
Dear.
can't hear you. You muted back when James was on a minute ago.
Really? Chat,
I've
can you
got
hear me?
my volume turned up. Hello, hello. Oh, now I can hear you.
Oh, you can. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good. I was worried. I was like, okay, what button did I hit, or what button didn't I hit? What's happening? How are things in Michigan? You're in Michigan, right?
Oh, you know the shit show. First of all, congratulations on 1,300 subscribers.
Thank you very much.
That's a good milestone. Way to go.
Mm-hmm. And how are you're in Michigan, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You guys have been here. I know everybody's distracted with the J6 Circus, which I'm not going to watch any of it.
Okay. And why? Tell me now. I'd like people to tell me why. I'm just out of curiosity. What is your reason for not watching it?
Well, I watched the January 6th live on all the live streams on the actual day, and we've just been inundated with information about it ever since. So the only thing I could expect to see is, just a circus. These people, I hear they have like an ABC News producer going to put it on, going to coordinate or whatever they call it. So I think they think they're so, I mean, I hate to mock old people because I'm one of them now. They are so old and decrepit in their way of how they think we view things, that they think that what they are putting on is a production of the magnitude of what the Watergate hearings were in the 70s, where everybody in the country was like sitting in with, totally immersed with rapt attention at every word coming out of their TV set about Watergate. And they think that they are recreating that same kind of interest, intensity, and dramatic point or whatever they want to make about what happened. And nobody's buying it anymore. We all know the reality. We all have phones. We all have computers. We don't need their show.
Well, and here's the other thing. So as I'm watching the beginning of this last night, and I'm watching it so you don't have to. At the beginning, I'm watching Benny Thompson speak, and he's reading off a teleprompter, has such a monotonous voice, and it's all things. Here's the people who are watching this. Hyper partisans on both sides are going to watch this. Just one, so that for the people on the left, oh, this is the worst thing ever. People on the right to say fuck you, you guys are assholes. But I don't think the rest of America gives a shit, because they've been talking about it for a year and a half, and there's really no new information. They said that they're going to show you a video of that you've never seen before, and what they rolled out was this highly produced just jump cut video of different things happening, some in context, some out of context, in trying to put it in the worst light possible, which is what their entire committee is committed to, because nobody on the committee is a dissenting voice. They featured Benny Thompson and Liz Cheney are the ones who spoke to make it look like this is bipartisan committee, but they're all on one page. And so, and I think the American people see what this is. They see it's a democratic or political, it's not a witch hunt this time, supposedly. Although here's my guess is going to happen. They're going to run this over 6 sessions over June, live TV. And then the Justice Department is going to come in. You know how they've been keeping all these cases locked up and not continuing, which they should have all had a fair and speedy trial. And by law, they're really, really out of bounds on these. But all of a sudden, after this January 6th committee does their Dawg and Pwny Show on national TV, then they're going to start trying some of the cases so they can keep in the news. Then they're going to probably charge some people in, who part of Trump's circle. They're going to try to. The Justice Department's going to try to, and they're going to try to keep this narrative going all the way through November, when we have a midterm elections. And that's the whole strategy behind this, is to, they want to influence elections. That's all this there is. It's a dog and pony show, kangaroo court, whatever you want to call it. Struggle session, whatever.
And then you've got their little side shows of like what they just did in Michigan the other day, where this guy named Ryan Kelly was around. The FBI comes and raids his home and drags him out of his suburban neighborhood in handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
And his crime was that he went to D.C. on the 6th, and apparently he stood on I don't know, maybe it was a barricade, maybe it was a base of a monument or something, and was just like being part of the J6, but he did not go into the Capitol, didn't go on the grounds or any of that stuff. And he's running for the Republican nomination in Michigan for governor. Because here's where we're at in Michigan. We either have a fair election, which we got the damn Dominion voting machines, and the coven of witches, which is Whitmer, Benson, and Nessel, who are running our state with the help of the FBI/Gestapo, to not even allow anybody to run as an opponent and an opposing political party ticket to have an election where we could possibly remove these people from office. When you look at that, okay, it's bad enough you guys rigged the machines and flipped votes. We proved that in Antrim County.
Stop. No, I know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're on YouTube. I forgot myself. No, it was totally secure and everything was wonderful and awesome sauce.
In one county, and they went back and fixed it eventually. Just be careful here.
Okay. Anyway, so stop. I'll stop. I'll retract for YouTube's sake. I wouldn't want to get you into any trouble.
Speaking of which, real quick, Dragon Mage, thank you for sponsoring the show, and you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day.
You are the new Streamlabs Superstar
who says
of the
with
day.
the 276, who says, have you heard about that GOP Michigan candidate that has been arrested over January 6th? So it was timely that you brought that up. Now, by the way, speaking of that, tell people, because I read the story about how they tried to, or at least they're trying to disqualify all the GOP candidates. Is that how did?
Well, they went after. What they went after was the guy who was a former Detroit police chief, because he actually would have the most. I don't really think he's got that much backing behind him. But what they can't do with him is he's a black man who was a police chief. How are they going to criticize and tear him down?
Right.
He's got all his little social justice check boxes. But anyway, so yeah, the tactic is now that, if we can't quote unquote manipulate the situation with the machines, then we will do our best to make sure that there isn't anybody worthwhile on the ticket to run against them. And there's Tudor Dixon. She's pretty good. She's very young in the political scene. She doesn't have a lot of name recognition. And so when you get outside of the Detroit metropolitan area, the politics isn't really a part of people's lives in Michigan. It's kind of like, in Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul is a hub of activity, and everything else is just rural and beautiful country people living their lives. So I think that they're going to do everything they can to keep Gretchen Whitmer in office. And based on just people I know, even people on the Democratic side of the everybody hates her. Everybody hates her.
Do even the Democrats hate her?
Well, yeah, because it's the broken promises. She comes in with all this bluster, because we had, Schneider, who did the Flint water debacle. Okay. And that is on the Republicans. They got to own that, period. Okay. I researched that years ago. We won't go into it, but anyway, it's like they came in on this wave of good intentions that we're going to fix all these things that the Republicans have screwed up. And instead, of course, what the Democrats do is they just make everything worse. No. And then we had the corruption of November 2020. And here we are now, where we can't even have opposing parties picking their candidates based on the vote of the people, that we have to have the political machine place that person on the ticket. And we're seeing this laid bare to us right now, where they're doing everything they can to prevent people from running in a primary, which is usually kind of like, that's where you're throwing all the spaghetti on the wall and seeing who sticks.
Right.
And they're trying to take all the spaghetti out of your hand before you even throw it on the wall.
So they had, I know there are 5 candidates, right? That they said didn't have enough signatures. Was that all of the GOP candidates, or were there any others left after that? And then they took this guy, they went and arrested this guy from January 6th shit. So are there any GOP candidates left for the primary?
Yeah, there's a few, but again, you've gotten down to the weak candidates that don't have a lot of political history, who don't have a lot of name recognition. So I don't know what the Republicans are going to do.
So they basically Obama'd all the Republican candidates.
Yeah, well, at this point, it's totally evident. In Michigan, we've had a Republican majority legislature. Okay, through all of Gretchen Whitmer's lockdown, everything.
Right.
And they are a feckless bunch of cowards who are really uniparty with the Democrats. They're not Republican. We don't have a Republican Democrat here. We have uniparty running our state. And so these people have bowed to the Democrats. So I think what's going on is the Republicans have put themselves in a position of contrition where they're going to put forth the worst possible Republican candidate to allow Whitmer to give this illusion of a tremendous victory of re-election. That's how I think they're going to play it out. And the Republicans are going to be complicit in it, in this state.
Well, yeah.
Because they're again, I go back to feckless cowards. They had the power to stop her from her tyrannical rule when they started all the coup stuff, and they didn't. They bowed to her, and they enabled her and supported her in all of it.
Right. Well, she almost got kidnapped, though.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, one to totally go back on a different subject real quick here, but we all know about the Loyola shooting here in Michigan in Grand Rapids with the police officer and the guy who was like 0.29 drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no! By the way, Richo, I see you in the green room. You're next.
Yeah, well, the district attorney has decided to bow to the mob, and they're going to charge that officer with second-degree murder. He's being arraigned this morning.
No,
if he hasn't already been. Yeah.
I do not know about that case. Is that
so? I said a little prayer last night, hoping I get called for jury duty, because that's definitely a jury nullification case if ever there was one.
No.
I mean, what was that officer supposed to do? Let this drunk guy take his taser and tase him and take his gun and kill him? And so that's my opinion on it, based on what I've watched and seen on all the video footage, all the breakdowns. But they bowed to the pressure of the grift. The grifters are going to probably be rolling back into town soon to gin up the crowd. And so who knows if Grand Rapids is going to be the scene of some riots this year.
Well, it is an election year, so you're probably going to see him pretty soon. Who knows? But so now they're going to charge the officer, but then will that officer be convicted? That's going to be tough. So,
well, as I said a little prayer. Hope I get called for jury duty. So,
no. All right.
Anyway, but I'm going to let you go because I know you got somebody else waiting. And congratulations again, and good luck with the future.
Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. Thank you, DI Freighter Watcher. Nice having you in the chat. And Richo, I got you in the green room. I'll have you on in a second. Who, by the way, I'm not bigoted against kangaroos, Richo. In fact, you know what, Richo? What's up?
Hey, take your hatred for kangaroos elsewhere. We don't need it around here.
That kangaroos are filthy animals that often get in fist fights, and if I saw one right now, I would punch it right in the mouth if it was attacking my dog.
They're basically rats on steroids, let's be honest. They're rats on steroids.
Yes, they are. So what's going on, Rich?
Congrats on the 1300, by the way. Congrats on that. I would have got there quicker, but mine would have been 1300 hates, not 1300 people that like me. But it's all good.
I can't promise that everyone who subscribes to me likes me. And certainly I don't know how many of those 1300 even watch my channel anymore, but it is nice to have the people who regularly come on the stream show up as much as you guys do. It's humbling, and it makes me, it makes it worth it. I don't need 100,000 subscribers if I have 30, 40 great subscribers that I see all the time. It's like,
for sure.
I recognize all your names. I see you all the time, and it's great. So anyway, anything? What's going on?
I missed, because I can't catch as much YouTube as I used to, but I seen your show the other day. I didn't get to watch it yet. I'm still going to watch it, but you got anal swab on your bloody claws swab. You know who claws swab is, because you got him on your, what's the picture called when you put him on your video?
Okay, hold on. Say that word you just said slowly.
Anal swab.
Anal swab?
Yeah, claws swab. Anal swab. That's what we call him. Anal swab.
What?
Because he's the one that pushes the PCR test, and it's an anal swab for him. If you know what I mean. He's an asshole. Did I just really confuse you or something?
Yes. I see my face right now. I'm like,
yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, tell me about the anal. What? There's an anal
swab. Oh, okay. What I mean is, like, because he's from the WHO and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And the WHO and the WEF. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, and I haven't got to watch your show yet. Or you did about that, but I wanted to bring that part up, because that part.
Klaus?
Anal swab, yeah, Klaus Schwab. Anal swab.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure that his nickname was anal when he was in high school. But anyway,
he's anal either way, man. But we all know he likes it up the butt. But yeah. But what I was going to say is, like, I wanted to talk about that, because the WHO had their meeting. Was it 22nd of May to 28th of May?
What is the?
And it's quite.
What is the here?
it's quite important, even to America. It's quite important. And they were going to vote on the power to strip nations of their sovereignty in case of national emergencies, health emergencies.
Can you believe that shit?
No, I can't believe it at all. And guess what? The countries like America and Australia signed up to it.
Right, and it was the African countries that said, excuse me.
Yeah. So they either didn't pay the Africans and nations enough money off, or the Africans woke up and said, "No, you're not taking our sovereignty away from us." Either way, thank God for the Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I only brought that up because I know it's not a huge story in America, but it should be, because that's like a major story. You know what I mean?
Well, the fact that we have a president who's going to go along with that shit. Now, the problem is, so that I'm pretty sure that counts as a treaty. I'm not 100% sure how that works, which would still have to go through our Congress to actually allow them to approve it. But even the idea that he was going to go along with something where he would defer, that any nation would defer their sovereignty to a completely unelected and corrupt organization like the WHO really scares me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So when we were talking about that, because we were talking about that WEF meeting, and there was an article, something about some of the 10 craziest ideas that the World Economic Forum was going to do. What was fascinating too is how they were talking about how they already have a lot of their young leaders in place, and they mentioned our friends to the north of us by name, saying, Trudeau and half his cabinet are all WEF, a young leader alumni, whatever. And we're like, oh no shit, is that why Trudeau was talking about the Great Reset at one point? So yeah, that whole organization scares me. Okay, I know I'm just rambling, but anytime you got a German guy talking about a one world government, you should all just be a little bit afraid.
Can I say something? And I'll tip your toe around it, because I don't want you to get in trouble. Isn't it amazing how the WEF and wants to take over the world, and America starts having all these mass shootings all of a sudden? Because guess what? I'll stop there, but I will say one thing: they can't take over the world when America has the guns. Do you know what I mean by that?
Right.
You're the only country left that still has the guns. I mean, we've got guns too, but nothing like your country. Do you know what I mean? But you're the only country left that can stop the NWO one world government takeover. And they are petrified of you too. So yeah, they'll do anything. Did you watch that video from Texas? I've seen a video from Texas on the news, and the one daughter has two different fathers. How does that work? Have you seen those videos?
Oh no, I haven't seen that. I don't want to go to
necessarily
conspiracy on
okay,
that.
I won't go into it too much. Yeah, but there's two different fathers of the same daughter that passed away. It's like no, now you're just toying with us at this stage, aren't you?
So my thing on that too is I'm still trying to figure out how this kid just turned 18. Basically over 3 days buys $1,900 worth of firearms, ammunition, and equipment. In a very poor place. Now, some people say, yeah, he might have had a fast food job, and he was. I didn't say hi to Jimmy Das Hotep. Hello, my friend. I didn't see you there. How the hell does this guy, an 18-year-old kid, buying? Because the one rifle is about $2,800. The other one's a $2,000 rifle. He had about $2,000 or $3,000 worth of ammunition. He had, he had the vest, and he didn't have any plates in it, but still, that's another $600-700, whatever. He had all this equipment. How? And the things they're talking about, like Matthew McConaughey was speaking in front of the nation because Joe Biden can't put a sentence together, and he's out there talking about the background check and the waiting periods. Well, that wouldn't have stopped this kid. It's just crazy. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Well, all I know is because I watch a bit of BitToot these days, and yes, some BitToot's just absolute batshit crazy. You don't pay attention to it, but right. There was an American surveillance plane in that actual what's it called? Ava Dow. I can't remember what it's called, that town where it's called. And these planes just don't come out of nowhere. Yeah, and it took off 2 minutes before he apparently got shot as well, and it was in the air when it was happening. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
but it's
I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, man. But usually the stuff I watch comes out to be true. And yeah, and I'll find you the video one day, and I'll post it in your thingo. Yeah,
okay, sounds good.
One of the girls that died, yeah, she's got two dads saying they're holding up the same picture. One was CNN, one was MSNBC. Two different dads. So I'm not kidding, man. It's true. I'll post it for you.
Okay, that's interesting. Yep. And I'll just the oddity of the police standing down. That's totally outside of procedure in probably anywhere in the country. that you would not someone would not immediately try to confront that shooter, even if just to draw fire away from anything else he's looking at. It would change his mindset and his attention to something else where he would not have he'd be less likely inclined to kill people. But that whole situation's a mess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's also weird how the cops just stayed out. They're all geared up like you would not believe, and they just stayed out there for 45 minutes. That's just a bit weird as well.
It made no sense whatsoever. So anyway,
mate, it's good to chat to you.
Yeah, good to chat to you.
I'll let you go because I don't want to. You doing this show tomorrow, the morning show, like the walk show?
I'm not 100% sure. We
okay, no worries.
So we're trying to make sure that we're ready for our. We're having a second baby shower for my daughter, who's already had her baby, but we never got to have one in the Twin Cities for her friends and some of the family that lives around here.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
We're having a second one, and then one of her friends is pregnant, so we're going to do some nice stuff and just hang out by the pool and eat food and.
Oh yeah, you guys are in summer, aren't you? Yeah, you pricks.
Yeah, it's
freezing up tits down here.
Is it actually?
I'll take care, man. All right. Oh, okay.
Wait.
Sorry.
Quick question. It never really gets all that cold there, though, right?
Oh man, the last 2 weeks it's rained more in my state in the last 2 weeks than it does normally in 9 months. We've had really wet weather, lots of snow in Australia too, which we never get.
Yeah,
someone's messing around with the weather systems, if you know what I mean.
That's just more proof of global warming. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because next it'll be when it first started, it was global cooling when they first did it, and that didn't work up, so they had to call it global warming, and that didn't fix up. It was global. What's that? What do they call it now? Global change. Global change. Yeah.
Climate change.
Climate change. Climate change. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah.
And since humans are really bad at adapting to changes in weather and climate, it's going to kill us all. So we're all going to be dead in 7 years unless you do exactly what AOC and the squad tells you to do. So,
hey, is she still alive? I haven't. Oh, that's me.
Well,
is she still around?
Oh, the funniest thing during this hearing last night, and she's tweeting about how she's having flashbacks of the trauma of that day when she was hiding in her bathroom in another building across the complex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was brilliant. So anyway, sir, thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for having us on. You take care.
All right, brother. Take it easy. All right, bye-bye. All right. So let's see. I got time if anyone else wants to jump in. I'm gonna just scroll through comments here. Cops had contained. Okay, so this is interesting. The cops had him contained. They had no reason to go in. Eventually, he would run out of gas to shoot. Oh my God! Disavow. Yeah. Fantastic. Hello, T-Ball. I didn't see you drop in. You're so close to the Arctic, that's for sure. Yeah, but it's still pretty rare to get snow in Australia, isn't it? I mean, it's not like I've never heard of the Australian bobsled team. You know what I mean? But I'm sure they get occasional snow. Anyone remember when AOC stormed the beaches of Normandy? Yeah, she is courageous, brave, and stunning. It's stunning how stupid she is. Anyway, also good morning, Ken Lee. Welcome to the chat. I just saw you there, and also Asian Research Directorate. Welcome to the show. So it is an open mic day. If anyone wants to pop in, the link's up at the top. Right now, though, I'm going to go over to this Discord server. One story caught my eye here this morning that I'm going to share. That let's see, who shared this? Is this Gunfox share this one? Probably. Well, I'm not sure who shared it. Yes, it is from Gunfox, and I don't know if Gunfox is here. I thought I saw him here earlier, but he was here last night. But I noticed this story that has been getting some interest lately, and I'll put it on the screen here. Take a second. And I don't know if any of you've seen this, but about healthy. Oh wait, I'm going to put this on the bigger screen there. There we go. Healthy young people are dying suddenly and unexpectedly as doctors from a mysterious syndrome, as doctors seek answers through a new national register. This is from the Daily Mail. People under age 40 are being urged to have their hearts checked because they may potentially be at risk of sudden adult death syndrome, SADS. Now, we've all heard of SIDS, when sudden infant death syndrome. Well, they're calling this sudden adult death syndrome. Hello, random stuff channel 301. What's up? Thank you. The mysterious syndrome has been fatal for all kinds of people, regardless of whether they maintain a fit and healthy lifestyle. SADS is an umbrella term to describe unexpected deaths in young people, said the Royal Australian College of General Practitioners, most commonly occurring in people under age 40. Now, they've been talking about this in the United States, too, so I don't want you to think this is just in Australia. The term is used when a post-mortem cannot find the obvious cause of death. The U.S.-based SADS Foundation. There's a SADS Foundation already? SADS. Oh, Abacus Diablo, you are so spot on. So Hillary killed him. The U.S.-based SADS Foundation has said that over half of the 4,000 annual SADS deaths of children, teens, and young adults have one of the top 2 warning signs present. Those signs include a family history of a SADS diagnosis. Really? Or a sudden unexplained death of a family member, and fainting or seizure during exercise. And or when excited or startled, reported news.com.au. Last year, a 31-year-old woman, Catherine Keane, died in her sleep while living with two friends in Dublin. Her mother, Margarita Cummins, told the Irish Mirror they were all working from home, so no one really paid attention when Catherine did not come down for breakfast. They sent her a text at 11:20 a.m., and when she didn't reply, they checked her room and found that she had passed. Her friend heard a noise in her room at 3:56 a.m. and believes now that's when she died. Ms. Cummins stated that her daughter went to the gym and walked 10,000 steps every day. I take some comfort in that she went in her sleep and knew no pain, and I'm grateful for that. I always worried about kids driving the car, but never saw this coming. I never thought I'd lose a child in my life. Melbourne Baker Heart and Diabetes Institute is developing the country's first SADS registry. Now, okay. Oh, wait a minute. So there are approximately 750 cases per year of people under age 50 in Victoria suddenly having their heart stop, cardiac arrest, the spokesman said. Now, is there anything to compare this to? Because it seems like she should, oh my God, you are awful, Avocado Establish. She should have walked 10,001. So replace the default of heart attack where they can't figure out the person died. Yeah, that's, I don't know. So, let's see, cardiologist and researcher, Dr. Elizabeth Parrott said Baker's registry was the first in the country and only one of a few in the world that combined ambulance, hospital, and forensics information. It allows you to see people who've had the cardiac arrest and no cause was found on the back end. She believes the potential lack of awareness may be due to the fact that a lot of it takes place outside of traditional medical settings. Okay, I got a question. I'm curious. Is this something new? Is it something new? I'm the first USA person to pronounce Melbourne correctly? Really? Did I say it right that time? Anyway, I think even doctors underestimate it. We only see the 10% who survive and make it to the hospital. We only see the tip of the iceberg ourselves. For family and friends, victim of SADS is a very hard entity to grasp. So when did this start happening? Like, because it seems to me that maybe, just maybe, this is something new over the last couple of years. Now, I wonder what possibly is different in the last couple of years of something that we haven't seen. Anybody can think of that? Things that cause heart problems, maybe? And now, Ken Lee, I see what you said there, and I'm not going to put it on the screen, but that sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. Melbourne. Did I say that right? Yep, you did say Melbourne. Okay, and that's what I said, Melbourne. Or is it something that is related to this stupid 19 that occurs in everyone who has that, or is it just people who what's the word? Maybe not be purebloods. I don't know. The very safe and effective Fauci juices. So I don't know. I just found that article fascinating that suddenly we have all these people just dropping dead. Another article that Gunfox put in there, and I'll just finish up with some of these Discord server articles. By the way, in the chat somewhere there it is, right at the bottom, just popped up. If you want to join the Discord server, Gunfox has a wealth of articles. I also put all the links to the show if you're trying to get caught up. There's people who show videos, there's memes, not safe for work section. And eventually I'm going to learn how to use Discord to the point where maybe we can do some Discord chats one of these days, and I can figure out how to get into my inbox on a regular basis. But that's just how it is when you're a boomer like me. Anyway, one more article that I found interesting apparently the Biden administration is not happy with the sods. And he, I'm put this on the screen. He angrily, here, I'm going to do it this way. Does this work? That'll work. So Joseph Biden angrily, let me get rid of this off the screen real quick. I like it the other way. Let's do this. I like it better there. There we go. Biden angrily rejected a meeting with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman because he thought his presidency should stand for something. President Joe Biden had postponed a long-discussed Middle East trip until July, according to reports, amid an internal White House debate over whether he should travel to Saudi Arabia and meet with its Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. No trip was officially announced, but for nearly a month, the White House has had an internal debate on whether to visit Saudi Arabia as the U.S. experiences rising gas prices. And Biden had angrily rejected a meeting with MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, according to arguing the presidency should stand for something. Two people with knowledge of his thinking told Politico. However, he appears to have relented from the stance as he recognizes he needs more oil because, God forbid we produce more oil here. So anyway, his trip has been postponed until July, NBC News reported, after there had been a speculation that he would visit both Saudi Arabia and Israel in late June when he is in Europe for the G7 and NATO meetings. Now, anyone know, speaking of the G7, anyone know if they've kicked Russia to the curb in the G7? I don't know. Anyway, he said, we're working on a trip to Israel and Saudi Arabia for the GCC+3 summit. A senior administration official told the network, we are working to confirm the dates. When we have something to announce, we will. So there's President Puddinbrain and bin Salman. The report of the postpone and the chaos around the decision is part of a battery of reports the administration is combating about a disorganized White House headed by a president that has trouble making a decision. Well, I'm sure that he can make a decision which flavored Jell-O he wants mommy to feed him. Anyway, now the White House has hit back hard on such talk. This depiction of the White House is simply divorced from reality, White House Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates tweeted in response to one article. But there has been mixed messages on whether or not Biden would visit the kingdom. The White House announced earlier this year that Biden would visit Israel, but has not given a date. I'm surprised he's visiting Israel. I thought they were, well, never mind. When asked Friday about his rumored visit, Biden admitted it was a possibility, but was not sure whether I am going. I'm just not sure whether I'm going. They haven't told me if I'm going yet, but I'm sure they'll write down which reporters to call on. But he was panned by human rights activists who asked why he was entertaining a country ruled by a crown prince accused of brutality. Biden said, I've been engaged in trying to work with how we can bring more stability and peace to the Middle East. Have you? Anyone believe that? That would be an X to doubt for me. But I'm sure his people on his staff have been doing it. He said, and there's a possibility I would be going to meet with both the Israelis and some Arab countries at the time, including I expect would be Saudi Arabia would be included if I did go, Biden said on Friday. But I have no direct plans at the moment. So a lot of people are mad because, and rightfully so, that they apparently killed the journalist, the CNN journalist Khashoggi. But Biden needs to beg them to produce more oil because he knows that his constituents or his minions here would say, no, hell no, we don't want you doing that. We want to do green energy. Let's get more solar panels. Anyway, I just find it interesting that they're having that internal discussion. All right. Let's see. Let me just, I'll finish up with one more thing here. By the way, thanks for those of you who did join us today on the show, on the open mic show. I really appreciate that. It's a lot of fun. I like doing these. So, oh boy, let's see. Oh wow. Okay, the average price of gas has soared to above $5 a gallon. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is the gas update. Gas prices on Thursday soared to a national average of $5 per gallon, according to Gas Buddy. The $5 per gallon mark has never been reached before and represents a 12 consecutive record day high. In all 50 states on Thursday, the average price of a gallon has reached above $4.40, according to AAA data. California gas prices on Thursday reached $6.40 per gallon. JP Morgan commodities analysts predicted gas prices may increase to more than $6 a gallon before Labor Day nationwide. Gas prices more than doubled since former President Donald Trump left office. Trump had warned voters that if Biden won the 2020 election, the price of gas would reach at least $7 a gallon, which was prophetic. Gas Buddy back on the charts again. Yeah, they are. Anyway, wow, that's wild. Let's see if there's anything else I can Michigan County limits in-person responses to 9/11 calls after blowing through gas budget. So this is how it affects places. Now this is kind of a wild story. Skyrocketing gas prices have already begun to take a dramatic toll on public safety as one Michigan county announced it must limit in-person responses to 9/11 calls because their department has already exhausted its fuel budget. Sheriff Department in Isabella County, which is located just 80 miles northeast of Grand Rapids, announced that high gas prices caused officers to blow through their annual fuel budget months before it would reset. We have exhausted what funds we were budgeted for fuel with several months to go before the budget reset, the sheriff's office explained. Gas price. Okay, that's this ABC repeating it. Sheriff Michael Main said that in order to manage the budget shortfall, deputies were going to be forced to change the way they operated, particularly how they responded to 911 calls. I've instructed the deputies to attempt to manage whatever calls are acceptable over the phone, Main said, clarifying that if deputies believed a situation required them to handle the situation on the scene, they would still do that. This would be a non-in-progress calls, non-life-threatening calls that do not require evidence collection or documentation. So cat stuck in a tree now it's weird though, where I live, for example, 911 in my town is not just for emergencies. Like, for example, I had an animal control problem and I was trying to call City Hall and they said, oh yeah, you need to call 911 for that because I have a duck that's in my backyard that's laid eggs and I want to know if I can move the nest or not. Oh, well, animal control, you just call 911 and then ask for the department. I'm like, really? This is not an emergency. Oh no, that's just how we'll do it here. So I call animal control. They're like, well, you can't really do much. You just have to wait till they hatch and hopefully they won't end up to your pool. But anyway, so that was just weird. But yeah, so the gas prices are working in mysterious ways around the country. Let's see. Let me find one more just interesting one. Oh, no. Okay, this is the last one we're going to do today. Apparently, remember that misinformation committee or whatever that they were going to have, the disinformation board? Well, apparently, Homeland Security solicited Twitter to become involved in the disinformation board. Yay. The Department of Homeland Security worked with Twitter on its ill-fated disinformation governance board, according to a whistleblower documents, which showed the agency arranged a meeting with the Twitter executive who blocked news stories about Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh my. Department officials set up an April 28th meeting to ask Twitter to become involved in the disinformation project, according to a DHS itinerary. The meeting was planned with Yoel Roth, the Twitter executive behind the controversial decision to block New York Post stories about Hunter Biden's laptop from being shared on the platform in October 2020. Yeah, the collusion by all the media that oh, that's election talk. But there was they said so in was it Time or was it Newsweek? Newsweek said that they all colluded to at least make good information about the Puddinhead and keep all the information good about the other guy with the funny hair off the screens, or anything that was good for the guy with the funny hair. We're not printing it, but we'll print all the good news for Puddinhead. Anyway, the whistleblower documents released by Republican senators on Wednesday show Homeland Security plans for the Disinformation Board were more extensive than previously acknowledged. Oh, shocker. The department publicly announced the board on April 27th, but did not disclose plans to work with social media companies. Homeland Security Chief Alejandro Mayorkas said the board would function as a working group to track disinformation regarding human smuggling operations and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. He insisted the board would have no operational authority or capability, though the itinerary for the Twitter meeting shows DHS saw it as an opportunity to discuss operationalizing public-private partnerships between DHS and Twitter. Public-private partnerships. The melding of government and private businesses to monitor you. Class, there's a name for that, isn't there? Isn't there a name for that when governments and corporations combine to rule your life? At least there's a classic name for it. There's, in fact, somebody whose name rhymes with Fusselbini. I think that was his definition of the thing that I'm thinking of. Oh my. All right. Anyway, people, that's it for today. It's Friday. I got shit to do. We got a long weekend. We're going to have a party on Sunday, so I got to make sure I'm ready to get my yard looking nice and the party decorations up and all that stuff. Well, Lady Boomer's going to do that, but I got to get ink for the printer so we can print out some pictures. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Good morning, Cool Frog, by the way. And don't do anything that I wouldn't do, which I'm not really sure what exactly rates in that category, but you can try and figure that out. But no, thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Looks like they got way more likes than people here, so it looks like most of you have already done that. Also, please share the stream before, during, and after the show. That is always beneficial. Also, thanks to those who have sponsored the show today, including Dragon Mage, Black Hebrew Israelite, and Tyre Alexander. Oh, no, Tyre's from yesterday, but that's okay. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you're watching the replay, put a comment in the comment section. That always helps too. Anyway, it is time for me to go. Thanks for everyone who participated in the chat, everyone who dropped in early, dropped in late, and in between. My name is P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.